Well, good morning from Jacksonville Beach in Jacksonville, Florida. Nice foggy morning. A little bit of cloudy. Don't know what we're going to get for a sunrise standpoint, but the beach has got a lot of people on it. Here, let me show you. So there's a lot of people everywhere. So again, on this trip, just OM-1MKII and a 12 to 42.8. See if we can capture anything while we're here. Sun's due to come up in about, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes. It's pretty, fogged in, pretty cloudy, so I doubt we'll get much, but it doesn't hurt. We'll sit here and try. So stay tuned. We'll see what we get. So keeping with tradition, when I start using my camera to start taking some pictures, guess what? My autofocus clutch is pulled back, so it's in manual focus. I didn't realize it, so I missed a couple shots. Oh well. The other thing I didn't realize is just, even though it's close to Christmas time, how much going to the beach on a foggy morning is a big deal. And a lot of people. Lots of people everywhere here around the pier. Now, there goes a drone. See that. There are plenty of photographers down here, and now you got a drone flying out over the end of the pier. Sun should be up, but it's still foggy. So as far as what am I doing? Shooting. I'm shooting as I normally do. I'm f5.6 ISO 200. I'm just adjusting as the light moves. Alright, trying to capture things with a 2-second delay, still still shooting handheld. No, I didn't bring a tripod on this trip, so using when my shutter speeds are down, 1/6 of a second, 1/10 of a second, I'm still using the in-body stabilization. So keep taking shots, see what we get. Alright, well, the sun's up. Starting to see, you can kind of tell it because the light's coming up. But if you look out here, if you look up, you can kind of see the light on the cloud. But the fog on the horizon is still got it pretty much blocked. But we're still going to stick around here for a little while and see if we can capture anything. So what I will do, anything I capture, I'll put in here now. For you to see. Now the plan for the rest of the week is to go to Jekyll Island, and we'll probably finish the video there and take a couple images there. Alright, so I think that tomorrow morning, I think we're going to head out there. I've never been there, so I don't know what to expect. But this morning not great, but just the way it goes. So anyway, take some more images. You'll have seen them by now. Alright, and see what we get. We'll get out to Jekyll Island. Thanks for coming along, everybody. I'm going to jump back in here, still at the beach. If I haven't put any images, or haven't put all my images in yet, I'll put a couple more in here. What I did, since the sun just doesn't seem to be able to burn through this fog, is I went ahead and shot a couple of monochrome. So put those in so you can see them. A little different idea. There's really no color per se here anyway. So trying that, see if it's a little different. Also got a chance to talk to a gentleman who's flying a drone You know, been doing it for a while. Says he's lost a couple, but he's also lost the one he had a couple times. But it was pretty neat to watch him do it. He couldn't get above the fog and couldn't capture really anything special. You know, so pretty fogged in this morning. So, yeah, well, you know, I do know one thing. After watching what he was doing, I'm gonna have to start looking at a drone. I may need one. May need to get one. At least get a mini. He suggested getting a mini to start with. He had 40 minutes worth of battery life just in the one battery that he had. He had a much larger drone than, you know, than I would buy, but certainly it was pretty neat to watch what he was doing. So anyway, all right, we're gonna move on to Jekyll Island. So see you when we get there. Alright, so made it to Jekyll Island. Specifically, we were on, I think it was called Driftwood Beach. This place is wild. I mean, just wild look. Alright, so researching some of the history of this place. You know, there's really not a lot out there. I thought maybe it was something to do with pirates or whatever, but it's not. I mean, it's basically the island's named after a friend of the first governor of Georgia, or first person who founded Georgia. I forget exactly what it was. And then you got, basically it's really nothing until the 1880s through the early 40s, when it was basically the hangout for the rich, the Vanderbilts and the Rockefellers. You know, then after that, you know, the state of Georgia took it over and turned it into a state park. But wow, what a place. Here, again, just look all around. Pretty neat. So, alright, I'm using aperture priority today. Set at 5.6, gonna let the ISO move and shutter speed move and just see what we can capture. We're here in the middle of the day and there's a lot of, you know, just a lot of sunlight versus clouds and air, you know, in and out. So we'll just play with it as is and see what we come up with. So I'll walk around here and see if I can find some stuff. So when the wind picks up, it's kicking sand right off the beach out into the ocean. It's kind of neat. Whoops, kind of. Sorry about that. Keep looking at the wrong spots. Looking in the middle of the lens. All right, but again, let's go here along across the beach. Alright, so, you know, walked along the beach here. So much stuff to photograph, it's hard to choose. It's also hard to really separate foreground from background, but I'm working on it. Probably should have been using some graduated neutral density filters, but just not doing that today. You know, handheld everything, so anything that I've taken that turns out here on this little soiree on the beach, I'll put in here. Alright, and then just remind everybody to like, comment, subscribe. You know, share if you like anything. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. You know, I'm not going to have any big long-winded ending in this one. You know, I'm here with my wife's family, and they're all headed the other way, and you know, probably have other things that they want to do, and I want to make sure I spend time doing that. But you know, this is, you know, again, this is Driftwood Beach, Jekyll Island. You know, if you're anywhere near this place, check it out. I want to come back maybe for a couple days. This is fascinating. Sunrise, sunset, everything will be spectacular here, no matter how you look at it. So this is just a great little place to come to. My wife's cousin found it and said we should go check it out, and they have, and quite frankly, she was right. Pretty neat place. So anyway, thanks for coming along, everybody, and until we see you again, stay safe.